Welcome to another episode of Yoga Biz Champ. Today we have a little different take. I work with some amazing yoga studio software partners. One of those partners is OfferingTree. OfferingTree have been around for a long time, servicing many solopreneur businesses. Last year they expanded into being a full-fledged studio booking platform, and they partnered with me to design an intro offer email funnel and also host bi-weekly group coaching calls to support their studio owners. These calls have been so successful that I wanted to highlight Sylvia, who we recently helped launch her new yoga studio, Oside Power Yoga. This is Sylvia's recent launch story. Enjoy. Hey, Sylvia, you just opened the studio.
Yes, I did. Hi, Michael.
Hi, and you just had the grand opening?
Yes, this past Saturday.
And then prior to that, you had friends and family?
Friends and family, yes, we did.
So how do you feel? Like, you've gone through all this? It's a lot of work to get to it. And I'm sure, how do you feel post-launch?
I was post-launch, I was told that I was glowing on Saturday and Sunday. And then I crashed on Monday. So I felt like I had gotten my butt handed to me because I was so happy and excited and elated and got everything, thought and didn't expect certain little things, to happen. But everything, for all intents and purposes, I think came out as planned. I just had, it was nice. It was really nice. And we had people that had never done yoga that came.
Yeah.
People brought their friends, yes. And then even with the friends and family, that kind of started everything. That kind of set the ground, which I'm so glad I did it because the teachers got familiar with the room and the music and the lights. So that was like,
and you got photos and that night too,
yes,
right?
photos for the social media.
Yeah.
So that got sent out to kind of build up, the build up. And then on the opening day, we did the grand opening. We had a class in the morning and then a break and then a class. And I did it over 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I might have rethought that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Had we spoken maybe on that, I could have, but yeah, I agree on that because it's a lot of outgoing energy, right? It's a lot of, it's the build up, it's the excitement, it's all the little details, it's the staff, it's all of that stuff. But I did give you a little bit of advice, I think, and that was make it feel like a celebration.
Yes, I reframed it as a party. So we're having a party.
Yeah.
And, grand opening party. So it did feel like that. And I kept stressing that even to the people as we welcomed, welcome to our celebration. Welcome to our celebration. So I took so many notes from you. The social media got that going and got that hype, and the friends and family allowed us to put those pictures out there on social media. And we did the video. You saw my video.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to that because for anybody that's watching this now, Sylvia is an OfferingTree client. And so you chose OfferingTree for your booking platform and all of the other stuff. And so can you talk about, since you joined OfferingTree, I think you've been onboarded with the studio and you've been guided by the people within OfferingTree to kind of help you set up. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So when I first joined OfferingTree, I was referred from a friend of mine who I used to teach for. And so Susan told me, I asked her because I knew her platform was really nice and seemed easy to navigate. So I said, who did your website? And she's like, well, I did. She goes, but I had some help. She goes, so try it. She goes, it was user friendly, affordable, especially starting out. She goes, and you have different options. So that's why I chose it. And then when I went on to do it, I was like, I can't do this. I do not know how to build a website. And so I tried a few things, but I was so happy because then I would email and I'd get these quick turnaround emails. And I was like, I don't know where these people are, but they're reading my emails. And then they started helping guide me. And then I thought, okay, getting closer to the build out and opening the studio, I went up into the pro plan for the studio plan rather. And then I was able to have Christine from OfferingTree help me learn how to do the blocks. She got on the emails with me. She helped me even with, text me if you have a problem, and then I'll shoot over to my email and we'll figure it out. And so she helped me a lot because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And we would laugh and she's like, yeah, it's okay. And then we built it out. And then when I started going further and further into
It
it,
started with the website.
yes. Well, because then I think I got on a coaching call somehow. I don't even know how. I just, all the emails and everything was, I started using all the resources. And then I did actually, Ashley, is it Ashley? She has a webinar I joined from OfferingTree that had Ashley on there. So then I followed her and then I saw what she did with OfferingTree and I was like, okay, I need to do this. So then I had those two things that got me going. And I started building the website. And then with all the help from Christine and OfferingTree, and then the resources, and then navigating through all the help things. And then I got led to your meetings with the OfferingTree, the connective, right? Is that?
Yeah, so for the folks that don't know this, OfferingTree Studio, folks on the studio plan get twice a month free group coaching calls.
Oh,
And so studio owners get to show up and express their difficulties, their successes. And I think we've done really well with giving you tasks to do in between calls that have helped you move forward.
well, my first call, gosh, I wish I had my book. I think I do have it right here because I write everything down. And you even said, put your pen down and listen. And
That doesn't sound like me.
stop writing. But you were so right because afterwards, with everything, the feedback after the meetings and everything, we get it in the emails and the follow-ups and everything, which was so great. So when my first meeting, I remember the studio owners that joined us, I think there was like 7 or 8 of us that day. The first time I jumped on it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening right now. I'm going. And then listening to the other studio owners being in the same place or further down, working through their things,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is, I need this.
The
So,
pathway.
you know what? Honestly, I know I would have figured it out. I've got my daughter who's in, she has a job, but she knows how to do a lot of website things and things of that nature. But I'm the owner. I need to know. And so I was like, no, I need to learn this. I need to do this. And then learning from the other studio owners, their advice and the roadblocks they met with, and then all of the suggestions for you. I don't know how. Okay, let me just put it this way. I was glowing that day because I felt like the grand opening went so well because of all the advice I had gotten in the buildup. It went good. I mean, we had hiccups, we had things, and we're like, oh, but they were things that were out of my control. It wouldn't have mattered. But because of the way that I kind of pushed everything out, and my friends were helping like too with the social media, doing the video and getting all of that marketing going and then getting me to here and then dialing in that website really helped. Because once my daughter took it over after I did the building blocks and everything with OfferingTree, she came on board and she was like, "Oh, okay. No,
Your first team member.
we're fixing that." And so she fixed it. But all the things that you told me to put on there, like how to remember that you told me, just go and look at the websites, pick what you like, create your own. So I did it. I threw it all into a basket and I built it out with the building blocks. And then my daughter came on board and fixed it.
Yeah.
And even with the photo shoots, the pictures, if you go on there now, I hope you do. I hope you are proud of me.
I will have a look. I'm already proud
Or
of
my
you.
daughter. You'll be proud of her.
Can you not tell how proud I've been from following you on social media? I literally have been like, yay, Sylvia. Like it's
I know, I
I've
saw
been
it.
literally feeling, I've just been feeling for you because I love that stage of opening a yoga studio. And
Dear,
I love that. Can you talk about, so we gave advice along the way. Can you talk about those things that have helped, the advice that some of the steps that helped you where you were a little bit lost before?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Where do I begin? I think the social media was one because I was like, I've got to get out there. And that was one of the pushes you made for me. You're like, you have to get out there. They need to know who you are. And I had, my husband telling me that, everyone else in helping me and supporting me in the studio. But when you like expressed it extremely how it needs to look and go out and do it, I was
Extremely.
like, I was okay. I need to do this. So, I mean, and it's, we're juggling all these other things at the same time as an owner, the back house stuff, and I'm just like, swiping the card and buying things and paying things. But paying attention to that really helped a lot. I had so many compliments from other studio owners. I ran into one and she was like, "Oh, you're Oside Power Yoga. I was wondering who you were." She goes, "I really like your social media." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yay,
Did you do paid ads?
yes,
Yeah.
you told me to do that."
Location-based paid ads?
Yes, I got my Google up right away as soon as I started finishing up with the build out. And because you guys were there when everything like hit and just started, and it was just a boom, boom, boom. And so I started doing the paid ads on Facebook and Instagram and let those run.
Which
Those
you'd never done before, right? That was a whole learning thing on that, and you did all the right things, right? Location got in there, all of the points that you need, and call to
and
action.
those were the biggest viewed videos. I mean, it was like, you know, and then the Google, and then okay, and then what else did you tell me? You told me to clean up the website, get that so that just it's in the face, like, once it opens. And you really helped me with the figuring out how am I going to get people to buy into, the studio and the founders membership and, get people for the grand opening. So
Yeah.
we put that on the website.
And you did a separate landing page for that, right?
Mhm. We had a grand opening landing page the whole time. No, I'm sorry, coming soon first. You told me go coming soon. Then when we got the build up, we went to the grand opening. And then now we have we're offering our founders still. And I did the big QR code on my front door.
Yeah.
That was good, good too. And I had people taking pictures of it. We would be here working and cleaning and doing stuff, and people be walking by. And we're kind of tucked away in a corner. So we're kind of a little tiny bit of a disadvantage, but people are making their way over here, and I'm getting my signage soon. That's the
Yeah. And get one of those tall, wavy flag things with what all it needs to say is YOGA, nothing else.
yoga.
That's it. Big
Yes.
ass yoga word.
Yes. That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
That's my next project. In fact, I have the sign guy coming today to put up a logo, and he's doing my banner.
So, Sylvie, did you get pre-sales? Did you get people buying a pre-sale membership
Yes.
before you opened?
Yes, because of all those things, the generating that social media, paying for those ads, and then getting that landing page to have the founders just right there. I might still be there, and I did. I I thought we did pretty good. It's still there and offering, but the day of the grand opening as well, people bought.
Yeah. I mean, it must have felt good to have your friends and family there. I could see the support that you got.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I had, yeah, everyone in the studio. So the teachers said, bring, invite 3, 4 people, and we're
Yeah.
going to fill up these classes. And we did the 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday, and we left a break in the middle because we have a bakery that has the same name as either Oside Bakery and I'm Oside Yoga.
Yeah.
So I promoted them here, and we did the flyers. I forgot to tell you that. So I made the flyers. And we took them out the whole shopping center across the street, took them down by the
What was on the flyer?
grand opening, the
Yeah.
date, time, and the QR code.
QR code.
QR code.
What a good student, huh?
QR code on everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, you're a fully fledged studio owner now. Boom.
It didn't hit me. Everyone kept asking me, how do you feel? How do you feel? And I was like, I don't know yet. It
Yeah.
hasn't hit me.
Yeah.
And I still have those mornings when I wake up and I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. So let's just go do yoga.
But you're open. So this is your first week, and
Yeah.
you've got people coming to classes.
Yes. And the classes are very small, which is fine. In fact, right now,
It's also summer. Remember, it's
it's
also
summer.
summer. Yeah.
I heard your voice said that, oh, you're opening up in summer. And I was like, yeah, I know. So like, let's do it now. Let's just struggle it out now. But it's been fun because I've had some people come in and I've had like one or just two. And then I'm like, you're getting a private yoga session. And they're like, in fact, the lady I just finished with a class right now is a referral from a friend who bought a founder's membership.
Ah,
Yeah. So we did raffles and I gave out some class packs,
yeah.
but the winners were founders members. And they
Ah,
I said, well, then you want to share your gift, your 5 pack. And they said, yeah. So I gave it to her and now she's joining. So
oh, nice.
it's going to be a lot of that word of mouth, but I'm really enjoying
Yeah.
it.
Refer a friend in that if you have that type of person, a good refer a friend program can be really strong for you.
Can I
Right.
write it down?
Yeah. Right. The next task. All right. Between now and the next coaching call, I want a fully fledged refer a friend program.
Uh,
I mean, I like being a little bit of a taskmaster. Like, tell me what your tasks are, what you need to do. Let's get them done. How did that work for you for accountability?
It did because of the phone calls. I knew the phone call was coming. I set that alarm in
And
my
you had to report
calendar.
back.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was showing up, right?
Yeah.
Because every time I showed up on one of these meetings, I was learning something new, and then the accountability. And I think I might have missed one because I was traveling, but yeah, I had my tasks and then always the follow-up because when Sinead would send out all the follow-up and everything on there, I'm like, okay, I didn't need to write anything down because she wrote it down and she said, Sylvia's coming back and she's going to do this. And I'm like, oh shoot, now I have to because
Yeah.
she blasted it to the whole world.
And I think on our last call, we talked about not having pens and how to manage projects and move tasks forward.
Mhm.
Did
Mhm.
that hit at all?
You know what? I woke up the other day. I was like, how did Michael do that thing where he had all this on the laptop? And I thought, I'm going to do that. But I had my everything written out and I printed out some of the stuff that was on there. And I thought, okay, I have it all right here, what I
Yeah.
need to do. And I just plug it in and I just go back to our meetings or I go back to the Mighty.
Mighty networks.
Yeah, I go back in there and I just follow whatever I had left to do. And that's what I was doing during this building stage. I was going back and then I'd have that 2 weeks, to focus on something. And then for me, the big thing was just getting out, and building that social media platform and website so that I could
Yeah.
be out there.
And then we also talked a little bit about onboarding teams and
Mhm.
expectations. Did that help at all?
Oh yeah, it did. Like I did government work before this and I ran a unit of people, but it's completely different. Like a lot, we talked about that and I heard other people too listening to our history, work history or where we came from. But coming into yoga is totally different. The whole approach and how we do things, but you still are business.
You are.
You're a business. And so you
And
have.
you're only as good as your classes or your teachers.
Yes. So I was very fortunate that I had teachers that I had worked with that in some trainings I put it out there, oh, I'm going to open a studio next year. And they all asked if they could join me on that journey. And I was like, absolutely. They're wonderful teachers. I mean,
Ah,
really good, practices and even their own practice and with a lot of experience. And so they asked me, and I think I was really lucky for that. But at the same time, I still set in motion the things that we talked about, the onboarding, like this is how we'll, treat the login procedure, how we greet, how we close. And us as a studio owner right now, we're busy. We know we tied ourselves down. We told ourselves we have to be there. I think I got that in one of our meetings too, is you
yeah.
need to be there, especially opening, because they look for you like you're the owner. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I am.
Yeah. For the first little while, I believe that, in a community studio, I think it's different if you're doing this big, franchisee type kind of thing. where there isn't a face to the studio, but you're building a community studio.
Yeah.
So I always found it was that when I had my studio, it was that fine balance of, you know, being community but you want them to come in, right?
Yes.
You don't want to give too much away of yourself, right? But it's you're the face at first. And so when I first opened, I was the face for the longest time, and I rode that for a while, and then I went, okay, now I don't have to be the face, but I can still be present but support my team now a little bit
Yeah.
more. And so, but at first I think you are your welcome wagon.
Yeah, yeah, and that was one of the things a few members said. They were like, "We like it, we love," because I picked a location that a lot of people didn't have access to yoga,
Yeah.
and so that's why I wanted it. Because I was driving too when I moved
Yeah.
here, 3 years ago. So that was one of the things, that big community build up, and a lot of people said that they liked that because they brought their friends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that, the teachers have been really good. And so we went through the whole check-in procedure, checkout procedure. We're
Yeah.
here, we told them we're going to support you for the, beginning through the months until everybody's acclimated. And then, we'll let you have your freedom. And that's one of the big things too, the teachers really enjoyed was, having a little bit of that, well, just personally in our classes, like music, no music, lights, no lights. And I said, honestly, keep it the same throughout for that, so that everyone they know what they're going to get, but at the same time add your personal touch,
Yeah.
and share that, because you're the teacher, you're the instructor.
Yeah. When I see a lot of things go wrong with a studio, it is quite often along the level of expectation of a class. Right. And so, if somebody's used to coming a slow flow class that never has sun salutations, perhaps, they've been coming to that for 5 years. And then all of a sudden, a new teacher comes in without an understanding of that and is whipping them through some sun salutations or something like that. There's a huge disconnect. So I always said, this is the level of expectation. This is what this class includes or doesn't include. Right. But around that, you have your own personality, your creativity, I'm not going to tell you how to teach.
Yeah.
But I am going to tell you what the class level expectation is.
Yes. 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 So in fact, I just had that learning curve experience with a gentle class, and I was like, this is not gentle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that can't, because especially when you're new, people are going to come in and judge you on one class, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. And so we want to make sure that they're judging, because I always say this, many times I've said this, but you can we all have been to a class where we're screaming in our head, get me out of here. Right. But when I had my studio, I had to recognize that I wasn't everybody's teacher.
Yes.
Right. And so different fits. So that's now with your intro offer, and people, you got to get them dabbling on the menu.
Yes,
right?
That's what we just did today, talking to the new gal that was here today, because she came to a power class, and I said, she's never done yoga. I said, well, today's your lucky day. You're the only one signed up. But I said, you can I said, I'm going to show you how you can modify. I'm going to do the power class, but we're going to modify, and then you'll be able to go. And then before she left, she goes, I'm going to try them all. And I said,
that's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You also at the beginning, well, always actually, everything you sold, you need to keep an eye on them in your OfferingTree software. Have they purchased and not come this week?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they have purchased and haven't come this week, you make sure you've got the OfferingTree automation turned on, that email goes out to get them to book to class.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So just check all those things this week, and also manually look at watch them. Are they coming? If they're not, go give them a nudge.
Okay. I will
If
do.
they purchase and not coming, they're not going to stay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And I sent out a newsletter just recently, and I told them, the founders, I said, hey, everything's up and running. We're waiting for you. Book your class, because I was surprised at how many founders hadn't taken a class yet.
Well, it's because it's summer too.
Yeah.
Remember that they're jumping in ahead of time, but also life gets busy. So you need to keep nudging, because if they haven't used it in a month, it's easy to cancel, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Sylvia, honestly, you're amazing.
Oh, you guys are.
We're so proud of you. We're like the whole team at OfferingTree is fully supporting you.
Yes.
You're utilizing all the resources, the webinars, the community base, these group meetings, and you're taking action on everything.
Yeah, I'm so happy. It saved me because I don't know what I would have done at that time. I was kind of stressed out about it, but it kind of took that level of stress away. And then once I found this group and was able to continue and get all the resources and help and everything, the push, it was had
Yeah, and
I'm so grateful.
Really amazing. Thank you. We've had some amazing, not just advice from me or OfferingTree, but the other studio owners that have been around for a while.
There's a Facebook group, and you can go in there and type in a question, and you can see the same, contributors, and they will answer a question. Ashley pops up on there and she's like, try this. And I'm just looking in there. I'll type in a word and I'll just go, boom, there's my answer. Easy. Especially when I'm looking through the tutorials and things like that on OfferingTree, easy. Because I'm a hands-on person too. So I have to see it, touch it, feel it, and then I can do it. And then if I can't do it technology-wise, the help support always comes through with an answer. Like Lychee. She tells me. She's helpful.
It's so cool. I'm going to share this with the team, Sylvia. It's so cool to hear it. It's been an honor, honestly, to watch you progress like this, and to see the launch was so exciting. And we are just delighted for you.
Thank you for all your help, you guys.
We're truly cheering with you, for you. It's just been so fun to see this journey.
Thank you, guys.
And you deserve all the success.
Just the beginning. I know I'm going to have my tasks. Remind me. Sinead will remind me.
Yes.
Thanks.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Sylvia.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Yoga Biz Champ. I hope you were a little bit inspired by Sylvia's journey and how she successfully launched her yoga studio with the help of OfferingTree and our group coaching calls. And Sylvia's story is just one example of OfferingTree, how they simplify the process of running a yoga studio. They really are one of my preferred partners, truly. They're just great people. And as you can tell from Sylvia's great testimonial to them, that they really, truly care. And now they've really got features like integrated scheduling, payment processing, marketing tools. I can really, honestly, truly recommend them as a great platform. And their pricing is amazing. So go check them out for sure. If Sylvia's success resonated with you and you're ready to take that next step towards your own studio dream, you can get a free trial for 7 days on OfferingTree. So you just go to the show notes on this podcast. There's a link right there for you to click, and that will send you over to my partner link with OfferingTree. So don't miss out on this opportunity to streamline your yoga studio management and join a community of really like-minded yoga professionals. So go start your free trial today and see how OfferingTree can support your yoga studio journey. But thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep growing and thriving in your yoga business. Remember to follow, like, and leave a review wherever you're listening to this podcast. Your support helps me connect with more yoga visionaries like you. Until next time, keep stretching towards your dreams. Namaste.